hole yawns back at you, impossibly wide. A single tentacle burrowed through stone.
This is an Illithid colony. This must be where they harvest the tadpoles. We're close to the source of the infections.
I wager that devil I meant to rescue somewhere near.
Your father too, if our fortunes are so kind.
Descend. Prepare. Descend. Obey.
Tread carefully. We are very close to the source of the Absolute now. That telepathic storm has become a tempest.
Stench. I wonder how many pilgrimages to Moonrise ended down here.
No will sparks behind his eyes. His mind has been hollowed out to better echo the commands of the collective.
A cake thrall. The only way to save it is to kill it.
You could kill it, end its miserable life of enslavement. Surely that would be the humane thing to do. You could take advantage of its vulnerability and plunder what's left of its hollow mind for anything that could serve you. Pliant as well-worn boots, his mind turns to his work. Chop, cut, sort, shiver of impact, crack of bone. He removes the brains, digs free the squirming tadpoles, the unworthy ones given over to the Illithids to become.
Yes. Yes. Please.
So much blood. The Illithids take an offering from Moonrise Towers.
Chop, chop, chop.
Think you can take me on?
The hammer's gonna fall.
I will ascend. In vain.
Another fight. Let's go. No choice but to keep going.
Gods, it's hot in here.
evacuate.
Mind flayers and civilians, side by side. This must be where they infect and transform those they kidnap.
Forms a telepathic connection with the device, and a chorus of static energy fills your mind. Every mind flayer in the room calls out hungrily from its pod, seeking release and sustenance. But there are others in the pods, those not yet infected, not yet elithid, terrified, desperate to escape. The device is open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
Geich machinery. Cold as the sea of night, alien as time to the astral plane. Avert your eyes, close your mind.
To strike. I will not know failure.
Blood comes easy these days. No time for mercy.
Eliminate.
I will ascend. Taste my fury.
Can't even catch my breath. No time for mercy.
Confusion crosses Zevlor's eyes as he takes you in.
I thought I was done for. Thank you. Watching gods. The Blade of Frontiers. Will? What happened? And shouldered the cost to spare someone else a worse fate, I'd wager. As for my sorry state, I owe you an explanation. Much more than that. But first, please, the others, the ambush. Tell me they survived. You've heard some of it, I'm sure. That I froze, or broke, or some other lie that is kinder than the truth. We were ambushed by cultists, yes. And then I heard her, their false god, whispering promises in my mind. I would be a paladin again, with a god's purpose, a god's power. Everything I needed to protect my people. And all the while, the cult tortured them. They fought and ran and died around me, while I imagined myself their savior. By the time I regained my senses, it was too late. I did not just surrender to the Absolute. For a moment, I welcomed it. Until I realized what I'd done. Perhaps I fought. I don't recall. Either way, I was deemed unworthy of becoming a true soul. I won't make excuses. I can't make amends. But I know something of what you came to do. I want to help, if you'll let me. Ketherick is below. He thinks you're no longer a menace. Descend and show him how wrong he is. If there are any more survivors to be found, I'll find them and lead them out of this place. Only if you can trust it won't be buried in your back. The Absolute swayed me once before. I won't risk it happening again. Go, my friend. Please, let me do this much.
Brine pools, but empty of tadpoles. Unusual. Harvesting all the larvae indicates they are getting ready for something big.
No tadpoles in this brine pool.
Damn it all! Is he?
That pod.
Mazora, you're Zariel's asset.
My dumb little stinker. Took you long enough. Now, by Grazit's cock, get me out of this thing!
I'll do it, and you'll set me free. That was the deal.
Yeah. So, get to it already.
The controls are open to your tadpole's command, to your authority.
You did all right, Will. I'd give your belly a good rub, but never could stand the smell.
You're free, Mazora. I held up my end. Now you hold up yours. Sever the pact.
Clause Z, Section 13. If the Soulbinder consents to separation, she will release the Soulbearer from all obligation within 6 months.
6 months? Gods damn you!
Ignorant thing. It's always the terms and conditions that get you. Not going to happen, but I do like your spunk. Now, you've got business in the towers to take care of. Don't you fret. I'll find you soon enough. You're going to need me. Count on it. Oh, and go ahead. Tell your chums how we met. It's a real cracker of a tale. Ta-ta.
Zariel's asset was none other than Mazora herself. Of course. Tricks on top of tricks on top of tricks. But I've only got 6 months before I'm made a free man. Thanks be to the Triad. No, scratch that. Thanks be to you. First, we killed Ketheric Thorn. Then, I'll tell you everything you... Anything more we should discuss?
These things have stayed interesting.
Descend, faithful. We depart.
Embrace death! General Thorm was attacked. The order to evacuate given. You should not be here. I conclude you are one of the attackers. Trying to pull rank? And yet not a word of concern for our dear General. I shall present your bones to General Thorm as retribution for what you did to him!
Might will prevail.
I am fury. I am death. Let my name be known.
Never a dull moment. I'll strike you down.
The moment comes. The absolute moves. Not design, but death. Descend, assemble, prepare. Descend. Prepare. Obey. Evacuate. Descend. Prepare. Obey.
bursts into life, a mind touches your own. Alien and full of desperate need, but fragmented too. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like. The console glows as you approach. The mind passively awaits your input. The console glows as you approach, the mind still desperately yearning for connection. The console glows as you approach, the mind. It is incomplete. It yearns to connect, but needs you to guide the process, linking each part of your mind to its like.
Never wanted the easy path. Seems simple enough.
Console glows as you approach.
Initiation.
The mind passively awaits your input. The mind passively awaits your input. console glows as you approach. The mind passively awaits your input.
Master, welcome. Welcome back, Master.
console glows as you approach.
Welcome back, Master.
Of many hearts, one soul.
The console glows as you approach. The mind. The mind passively awaits your input.
Ma ba Master. Welcome. Welcome back, Master.
Actually do it. Time to see what's back there.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. Our destiny, design, downfall.
Your tadpole echoes, not with presence, but memory, tinged with loss.
The grand design. Order. Perfection. Unity. Every plane. As one. Every being. In their place.
That loss blooms into a sudden fury, burying claws in your mind.
Taken. Corrupted. Gone.
And just as suddenly, pain and memory are gone, leaving only stone once more.
The grand design. It is every Githyanki's duty to ensure the Geich Empire is never reborn.
The grand design. The restoration of the Mind Flayer Empire. The dream of all Illithids.
Discern, faithful. We depart. The moment comes. The absolute moves. Not design, but death. Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands. Of many hearts, one soul. Prepare the march. My chosen gather below. Descend, faithful. We depart. The moment comes. The absolute moves. Not design, but death. Baldur's Gate will know my design. Our design. We will take the city, every soul made true. Descend, assemble, prepare.
Evacuate.
Pretty faces, go, chop. No faces, only meat. Never stop, only chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop.
Whole fleet of Nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place? Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around more than usual?
It senses something, doesn't it? I'll keep my guard up.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prism? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Bhaal!
one of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence, enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Helm preserve us.
You wag your word flap in vain, Orderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Shit, no! Father!
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Finer champions than you have tried and failed. But perhaps they lacked the fear that drives you. Your freedom hanging in the balance. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. Her heart beating once more. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers, but for Merkel I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Repent? Would that even be possible? Perhaps. No. There is no repentance. No release. My debt can never be repaid. He is here. He is watching. He is listening. He is... You dead and one who
Triad help us. Getting nowhere fast. He'll never die while Nightsong's still caged.
Time to push my luck again. Shouldn't have made me
Swift and lethal. Taking position.
It's Caliban!
Come on, can't stay idle.
Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
My sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
Dead for me? Wow, the chosen of Merkel. What a fight!
Ketheric's netherstone. It's in his armor. Take it.
No, never mind.
Remarkable. Truly. Now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it, our enemies are formidable. I believe you fought and defeated an avatar of Merkel, the god of necromancy. A remarkable feat. Ketheric was Merkel's chosen. I know Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. He is a worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it's most likely she follows Baal, the god of murder. Which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are chosen of the dead three. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With the brain on its way to the city, its influence here is weakened. The crown's markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. It is a crown of domination. The stones were taken from its crest. They are nether stones, imbued with the ability to control the wearer of the crown. The crown's netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasites, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order. An order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance to strike comes, you must take it. For there may only be one chance.
Still breathing, despite everything.
I've been thinking... You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I was his bodyguard. I looked after him with my life. I trusted him more than anything. He gave me away to Zariel just for kicks. He ruined my life just when it was starting. And now he'll use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him! He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I. And more. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the Cult of the Dragon made its move.
The Cult of the Dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while two devils stood witness, and I said yes. One soul for one city. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 greyed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed.
Can't give up now.
Indolence breeds madness.
I'm exhausted. Better find somewhere to camp soon.
Make haste. I would have words with you.
I've got a long road ahead. Looking ahead.
New perils await beyond the horizon.
Defender of the people.
Well, well, well.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Make haste. I would have words with you.
You'd make a fine fist.
You prevailed, my friend. Now your path takes you to Baldur's Gate. But I cannot join you. Out there, the curse still thrives. I failed this place. Now I must remain behind and stand watch over it. Poor soul. But in truth, if I had to choose between death and the Shadowfell, I'd choose death. Perhaps there's still a way to learn something from him. The dead can't deny their knowledge if asked the right question. The same. I had hoped I might have been able to stay by your side, to help however I could. But the Oak Father has spoken. My place is here.
Make haste. I would have words with you. Thou dawdest, while time is precious. Let us speak. Matters to discuss.
dauntless, while time is precious, let us speak. Matters to discuss. Make haste. I would have words with you. Thou dawdlest, while time is precious. Let us speak. Matters to discuss. Await beyond the horizon. Dawnless, our time is precious. Let us speak. Await beyond the horizon. Thou dawnest, our time is precious. Let us speak.
Helen! Isabel! My love! You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls? No, nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services. No. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness. Baal, Lord of Murder. Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished as one, and as three. The Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder.
The Absolute alive, thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric, but Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. I may be the one who protects you, but it is you who must champion the cause. You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Everyone's wrecked. Leave them be.
Fair enough.
sick familiarity radiates from one barrel amidst the cargo. Tadpoles, sleeping and scarcely aware, but echoing yours 100-fold.
An army's worth of slithering parasites. Sickness waiting to spread.
A pattern of blank minds newly born. They carry only a bare shred of memory, inherited from something older. A sleep of centuries. The birth and destruction of a settlement above forming only background noise to the dream. Until something descended down into the darkness, and the dreamer awoke.
It's not too late to stop the cult from using these things. Now's our chance to change them or fry them.
The vat is still, placid. Thousands of tadpoles happily awaiting their hosts. No ledger or shipping manifest presents itself. But there is a seal stamped on the lid, the winged serpent of the Centaurim, a network of merchants and mercenaries known for their deep pockets and shallow scruples.
Never a dull moment.
You! Halt!
Her thoughts invade your own, hunting for recognition. Your parasite offers it readily.
True soul. A pleasure. What news from the field?
I found my mark.
Ketheric may be dead, but the curse did not fall with him.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
The psionic detector is sounding. Vlaakith's warriors are upon us.
Where Wargaz failed to kill me, I won't make the same mistake.
Let my enemies fall.
Well, so much for peace.
Put him up.
Goes nothing.
Victory awaits.
Where do I go from here? Time for some bloody work.
The Quanith alerted us to the hunters. It is as we knew. My people have turned their blades against us. They will emerge from the shadows and descend from the skies, and we will grant them their only just fate. Death.
Shadow curse still taints the land. Perhaps we could have lifted it, had we tried. Looks like an army marched through here.
Ketheric is defeated, the path ahead clear. You should be elated. But the sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow. Though however deep your pain, it cannot compare to calcines.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Still alive. So that's progress.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest, orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join.
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Watch and learn. 2 steps at a time.
Nothing important is ever easy. May the gods take you first.
Time to strike. Make way.
Let's go. Find a route.
Come quickly. I can't do this without you.
Making my move.
Still breathing, despite everything.
That thing's about to blow.
Snotoka, come to the skull.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight! Together, we can turn the tide.
Coming through.
Swift and lethal. On the move.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
My turn.
Survival is all that matters.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself.
Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Rather than potential future allies, like you. Not all mind flayers are alike. I have always valued freedom above all else. In my past life, and present. It has been a burning need within me for as long as I can remember. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prison. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications.
The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was in prison. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blacketh will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Lithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that. But this is what I am. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, the more it grew on me. I realized that returning to my former self would only impose limitations. Any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic. And that humanoid shape you've come to know. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I am pleased to hear that. You will do very well as an Illithid. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence. The transformation will not be complete. The physical alteration in particular will only be partial. But your potential will certainly be amplified. Would you like to do it? Would you like to evolve?
Skra! Whatever this gig offers is no gift to you.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another. A tadpole, nurtured by the psionic energy of the astral plane. Cocooned here for millennia, it has become extraordinary.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain, and bring it under our control.
done. I can't wait to sleep.
Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Gaith visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Gaith slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. We meet Voss in the city, and we obtain the key to freeing Orpheus from his prison. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Gaith slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. I'm listening. Exquisite, isn't it? The pain is a mutual promise branded on our flesh and bone. Inside your every wound lives my obsession. Inside my every wound lives your passion. I'd like the same.
must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Thank you so much. I don't have anything, and you can't do anything without any coin. I'll pay you back when I find my mum.
You see the city? Up on the hill.
The house was empty. The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
This man's indignant demeanor barely masks a seething anxiety. There's more to this situation than he's letting on.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them. But wouldn't you be on edge if your beautiful home had been defiled by such brazen interlopers? Fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they turn on you like the mongrels they are.
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. That was a mistake on your part, sweetie. A mistake the Guild will hear about. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. And may Torm keep you. You're the first person in this city to have our backs. Thank you. Really. Thank the gods. I was sure we were about to be evicted.
Something over there.
There's still decent folk.
Come on, open up.
Be cautious. Watch how you go. There's a trap. Let's move. Might be worth checking Arthur's donations. Looks like his generosity's compromised. A young cave bear, killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown. Killed and stuffed before its teeth were fully grown.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
Girl, we'll get through this.
She's not brave, Ben. You're going to hell. That's why we need to walk just a little more.
What in the hells was that?
An earthquake, maybe. I don't remember one ever shaking the city.
That ox again.
You
for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
What are you calling this new business?
Threw a rocket at me and said, "Ah!" It's not me, but I got his knee.
Costumes don't rule that.
Right. Baldur's Gate is for Baldurians.
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? I'm not sure. Something is missing. A hole that only a blade can fill, perhaps. Let's get to know each other a little better. Perhaps I can make you a customer yet. Tell me, how do you like to kill? Oh, good answer. Killing is so much more satisfying when you really mean it. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Call it professional curiosity. Now tell me, how does killing make you feel? Good answer. To kill is the closest thing to knowing the power of the gods themselves. One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? You'll do so much worse by the time I'm done with you.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. He'll find your weaknesses, stick a knife in the cracks and prise you apart. Unless you get him first. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
Ah, yeah. You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward. Don't dare lie to me. I saw you with my own eyes, grinning at me like some bloody imbecile. I'm gonna knock that smirk right off your face. not wrong. Feels like my brain's been drawn on the anvil. I need a bloody drink. Go on, clear off. I've seen enough of your face today.
Another horde of refugees this morning. When's it gonna stop? No point arguing with the guards. We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
You promised. I know, sweeties.
That was before I saw the giant metal monster.
That's curious. Let's get going.
What are you calling this new business?
Sorry, you have red caps. Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
What's the harm in one night?
What if we get caught?
I'm fine. Refugees shouting out.
Survive the storm. And that'll be the end of it.
Deliver my goods on our doorsteps, and you.
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
What's that?
We'll be here any day now.
Stop fretting. The steel watch will put a stop to them.
I'll give them a piece of mind. Mark my words. On our own.
This is front page material.
Our kind.
Refugee.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
My good lady, I am Will Ravengard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravengard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees. It is decreed. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
Not just yet. State your business. Then you can wait with the rest.
Finn. Fascinating.
See the gauntlet for process. See the gauntlet for processing.
You were witnessed assaulting someone. You're headed for the cells.
This is worth the cost.
What's it gonna take?
found my mark.
Still on my feet.
You're not gonna like this, mate. Covered.
Might will prevail.
We loved Father Logan as you did.
Victory awaits. Hatazeth!
All right, Karlak, it's go time.
Safe, my love. I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
When I was a child, Father sent me to Shares's caress to deliver messages. How was I to know what went on behind its closed doors?
I know you have.
I don't mind.
Sleeping and sex acts of all manner, of course.
What's plain to you wasn't so plain to Minnie, Will.
Crush can hear very little is
The
hidden.
librarian does this thing with her whip.
And the other person with you.
Hey, goldfish! What's up for you?
Staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music.
The runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happens until
Bet I can crack that open.
A vampire spawn turned into mist. Didn't know they could do that.
No one back home will ever believe this.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos.
Perhaps if you lost a follower or two, I prefer to travel in smaller groups. It's more intimate. Excellent. Now that that's settled, lead on.
Stop me yet. What to do?
Like it's well be done.
all's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Queen Vlakith. Skra!
You are Hasharlok, and still you speak my name.
I've seen the captive Orpheus with my own eyes. Spoken to Gestil Kithrak Voss. You lied to us. Enslaved us.
The betrayer Voss lies! I have only a moment, and you, Hasharlok, will listen. We are Githyanki. We move mountains. We snuff out stars. We shake the plains. The traitor Voss has lied to you. The heretic prince would shatter us in an instant. The great dominion shrunk to the head of a pin.
Can this be true? Is the Githyanki prince really a threat to his own people? Or simply a challenge to Vlakith's rule?
Return to the astral prism. Slay Orpheus the Pretender. Serve me, and I will ascend you. You will be no mere warrior, nor Kithrak. You will be Barta Vlakith, commander of dragons. My only, my chosen. A final chance. Kneel before me. Make your promise.
Lae'zel's thoughts become yours. The sight of Orpheus looms over her mind. Voss's words echo within it. She means to forever turn her back on Vlakith.
I gave you my faith, and you called me traitor. I gave you my life, and you ordered your knights to hunt me. I have witnessed too much, and you have given me too little. Finally, I can see. Orpheus will live, and I will hear his creed. This is my word.
Your word is nothing! You are nothing! The Kithraki will bring you. I will tear your flesh from your bones and devour your skull's marrow while you beg for death. I will consume you. I will unmake you.
Soldier, my engine. It hurts. I think this might be it. Soon. Things burning hotter than I knew it could. I'm not past looking for Damon, but I want us both to be ready if... well, if he can't fix me. Bit sweaty, but up for whatever's next. Ugh. Thanks, soldier. Can't wait to be home. Anything that comes after that is extra.
just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage, turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should Great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her. Undying or not, she was very loud. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. A kind way of saying, ye gods, I hope her dusty bones don't break at the first blow. Fear not for me. I will try my very best to keep up. It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the astral sea, never to cross the one in the void. As it should be.
Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies.
So why do I feel so bitter? Loss. It permeates every corner of Lae'zel's mind. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again. How well you've come to know me. But in truth, she didn't take everything.
I have what I have gathered for myself. I'm moored to a new regent, a new land, and new allies. I am known and honored by you, the source of my bruises. Vlaakith cannot unmake she who no longer exists. And so, from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shma Salar Orpheus, Ma Stilna Forgin in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again.
We find Voss at Sheres's caress and retrieve the key to releasing the prince. Orpheus Tavki Nasin.